Welcome to Factology. Time to discover 50 weird and wonderful random fun facts to blow your mind. From the deep space to the behemoth elephants, we have you covered. Let's go. Number 1. Did you know you can tell a turtle's gender just by the sounds it makes? Male turtles tend to grunt, while female turtles prefer to hiss. This unique vocal distinction helps them communicate, especially during mating season. Next time you hear a turtle making noise, you might just be able to guess if it's a he or a she. Who knew that such quiet creatures had their own special way of letting the world know their gender? Number 2. An elephant's trunk is a true marvel of nature, containing around 15,000 muscles. This powerful yet flexible appendage can suck up and hold an astonishing 200 liters of water per day. Besides drinking, elephants use their trunks for smelling, touching, grasping, and even social bonding. Whether they're delicately picking up a peanut or uprooting a tree, their trunks are nature's ultimate multi-tool. No wonder elephants are considered one of the most intelligent animals on Earth. Number 3. The most popular dog names might not surprise you. Maggie is the top choice for female dogs, while Max rules the list for male pups. Whether it's because they're easy to say or just sound cute, these names have stood the test of time. They've become a go-to for dog owners around the world. So if you're at the dog park and yell Max, don't be surprised if several furry friends come running your way. Number 4. A large group of goats is called a herd, and they are anything but ordinary. Goats are known for their playful personalities and incredible climbing skills, often found scaling mountains or even trees. They have excellent balance and curiosity that keeps them constantly exploring their surroundings. Whether they're grazing in fields or standing atop a steep rock, a herd of goats is always a lively and entertaining bunch. You could say they're the acrobats of the farm world. Number 5. Squirrels might be great at climbing trees and gathering nuts, but there's one thing they can't do: see the color red. Their vision is limited to shades of blues and greens, which means autumn leaves probably look a lot less colorful to them. However, this doesn't slow them down when it comes to finding food or escaping predators. Instead, they rely on their sharp sense of smell and incredible memory to stash away their acorns for the winter. Number 6. If you think chickens are lazy, think again. The average hen lays about 260 eggs per year. That's nearly an egg a day. These hardworking birds provide a steady supply of breakfast staples while happily pecking around the yard. With proper care and nutrition, they can keep producing eggs for several years. So the next time you crack an egg for your morning scramble, remember just how busy these feathered friends really are. Number 7. A starving mouse will resort to extreme measures, including eating its own tail. Mice have a high metabolism and need a constant source of food to survive. When food is scarce, they'll do whatever it takes to stay alive, even if it means nibbling on themselves. These resilient little creatures have an incredible ability to adapt to challenging environments, which is why they thrive in cities, forests, and even the most unexpected places. Number 8. Only 5 to 10% of cheetah cubs make it to adulthood, making them one of the most vulnerable big cats. Predators, environmental challenges, and competition for food make survival incredibly tough for these young speedsters. Despite their challenges, cheetahs remain the fastest land animals, capable of reaching speeds up to 70 miles per hour. Conservation efforts are working to help these magnificent cats thrive, ensuring that more cubs can grow up to rule the savannah. Number 9. Ferrets might be playful when they're awake, but they actually spend around 20 hours a day sleeping. These little carnivores are experts at conserving their energy, snoozing away most of their day and waking up only for short bursts of activity. When they're not curled up in a cozy nap, they love to tunnel, explore, and play with anything they can get their paws on. With their sleepy habits, it's no wonder they're such great cuddle companions. Number 10. Birds are excellent navigators, thanks to their ability to recognize landmarks from the sky. Whether migrating thousands of miles or just flying around their home territory, they use mountains, rivers, and even buildings as reference points. This incredible skill helps them find food, water, and safe resting spots along their journey. Some birds even have a mental map of their surroundings, allowing them to return to the same nesting spots year after year. Nature's GPS is truly remarkable. Number 11. A glory bow is a fascinating optical phenomenon that appears as a colorful halo around objects, often seen by pilots flying through misty clouds. This effect is caused by sunlight interacting with tiny water droplets, creating a circular rainbow-like glow. People standing on mountains sometimes see a glory bow surrounding their shadow, giving it a mystical aura. It's like nature's way of saying, "Hey, you're pretty special." Spotting one feels like having your own personal light show in the sky. Number 12. The national anthem of Greece isn't just a song. It's an epic tale with 158 verses. That's right, this anthem is more like a historical ballad than a short patriotic tune. Fortunately, only the first couple of verses are usually performed at events, sparing audiences from a marathon sing-along. If you ever wanted to impress a crowd with a musical feat, memorizing the entire anthem would definitely do the trick. Just be prepared for a long performance. Number 13. Pregnant women have a unique way of figuring out if their water has broken. It's all in the smell. Amniotic fluid has a sweet, almost sugary scent, while urine does not. If they're unsure whether they're about to have a baby or just had a little accident, a quick sniff can provide the answer. It's one of those fascinating ways the body gives subtle clues, making it easier for expectant mothers to know when it's time to head to the hospital. Number 14. Those tiny white bumps around a woman's areola are called Montgomery glands, and they serve an important purpose. They produce a special oil that keeps the skin moisturized and protected during breastfeeding. Even more amazing, they emit a scent that helps guide newborns to their food source. It's nature's way of making sure babies find their way to nourishment with ease. So, those little bumps aren't just decorative, they're an essential part of the breastfeeding process. Number 15. Maryland might be famous for its blue crabs, but did you know its official state sport is jousting? That's right, knights in shining armor are alive and well in the Old Line State. Jousting tournaments, featuring riders charging at each other with lances, date back to colonial times and are still celebrated today. So, if you ever wanted to live out your medieval dreams, Maryland is the place to be. Just don't forget your armor. Number 16. Once upon a time, a massive 10-foot-tall ape called Gigantopithecus roamed the earth. Fossils suggest that these towering primates may have buried their dead, which hints at a level of intelligence previously thought unique to humans. Some even believe they could have inspired myths like Bigfoot. Though extinct now, their remains provide fascinating clues about ancient ape behavior and their mysterious lives in the dense forests they called home. Imagine running into one of these gentle giants. Number 17. If you thought blind people see only darkness, think again. Completely blind individuals don't see blackness at all. They see absolutely nothing. It's nearly impossible for sighted people to imagine, but it's like trying to visualize out of the back of your head. There's simply no visual input to process. Understanding this can help shift perspectives on blindness and what it really means to experience the world without sight. Number 18. Dogs might have a big appetite, but they also have a lot of teeth to match. Puppies start with 28 baby teeth, but by the time they're fully grown, they have a whopping 42 permanent teeth. That's more than humans. No wonder they're so good at chewing everything in sight. Regular dental care is just as important for dogs as it is for humans, so keep those chompers clean to ensure a happy, healthy pup. Number 19. Dalmatians are famous for their black and white spots, but did you know they're born completely spotless? When they're born, their coats are pure white, and their first spots don't show up until they're about a week old. Over time, their unique patterns develop, and no two Dalmatians ever have the same spots. That makes each one truly one of a kind. If you've ever seen a newborn Dalmatian, you might be surprised by how different they look. Number 20. Dogs have a surprising way of staying cool. They sweat through their foot pads. While panting is their main cooling mechanism, their paws also help release heat. This is why you might notice damp paw prints on hot days. Next time your furry friend seems overheated, give their paws a cool rinse to help them out. It's just another fascinating way dogs are built to handle all kinds of weather conditions while keeping their tails wagging. Number 21. When it comes to speed, greyhounds are the fastest dogs around, reaching speeds of up to 45 miles per hour. That's faster than most cars in a school zone. Built for sprinting, greyhounds have lean, muscular bodies and an incredible stride that allows them to cover ground with ease. Whether they're racing on the track or chasing a ball, they're the true athletes of the canine world. If only we could borrow some of their energy. Number 22. Fleas may be tiny, but they have some seriously impressive jumping skills. These little pests can leap up to 350 times their own body length. To put that in perspective, if humans could jump like fleas, we'd be able to clear an entire football field in a single bound. No wonder they're so hard to catch once they get on your pet. Their superpowered legs help them escape danger and find new hosts with ease. Number 23. Hummingbirds are the only birds that can fly backwards, and they do it with style. Thanks to their unique wing structure, they can hover in place, move sideways, and even dart backward in a flash. Their wings beat an astonishing 60 to 80 times per second, creating that signature buzzing sound. This incredible agility allows them to sip nectar from flowers with pinpoint precision. Nature really went all out when designing these tiny, high-speed flying wonders. Number 24. Crocodiles may look fierce, but there's one thing they can't do: stick out their tongue. Their tongues are firmly attached to the roof of their mouths, preventing them from moving it around like other animals. This adaptation helps them keep their airway clear while swimming and makes them more efficient hunters. So, while they might be all teeth and muscle, you'll never catch a crocodile playfully sticking out its tongue at you. It's just not part of their reptilian charm. Number 25. Starfish are fascinating creatures, but did you know they don't have a brain? Instead, they rely on a network of nerves to sense their surroundings and control movement. Their bodies are surprisingly complex, with each arm having its own nerve center to help them move independently. Even without a brain, they're expert survivors, capable of regenerating lost limbs and adapting to their environment. They might not be the sharpest creatures in the sea, but they sure are resilient. Number 26. Slugs might not be the fastest creatures, but they have an unusual advantage: 4 noses. These specialized sensory organs allow them to detect chemicals, moisture, and even light in their environment. 2 of their noses are used for smelling, while the other 2 help them sense touch. This heightened sensory ability helps them navigate dark, damp places with ease. So while they might look simple, slugs are actually quite sophisticated when it comes to sniffing out their next meal. Number 27. Only female mosquitoes bite, and they do it for a good reason: egg production. Male mosquitoes prefer to sip on flower nectar, but the females need the protein from blood to develop their eggs. Using their specialized mouth parts, they pierce the skin and suck up blood with surprising efficiency. So the next time you're scratching a mosquito bite, you can blame the ladies for your itchy discomfort. Fortunately, not all mosquitoes carry diseases, but it's still best to avoid them. Number 28. Polar bears may look white, but their skin is actually black. Their fur is translucent and reflects light, giving them their snowy appearance. This black skin helps them absorb and retain heat from the sun, keeping them warm in freezing Arctic temperatures. Underneath all that fur, they also have a thick layer of fat for extra insulation. So while they might blend perfectly into their icy surroundings, their true color is hidden beneath their fluffy white disguise. Number 29. Bats are the only mammals capable of true flight, and they do it with incredible skill. Unlike birds, which have rigid wings, bats have flexible, webbed wings that allow for precise maneuvering in the air. They use echolocation to navigate and hunt, sending out sound waves and listening for echoes to locate their prey. Whether swooping through caves or darting around in the night sky, bats are expert flyers that play a crucial role in controlling insect populations. Number 30. A newborn kangaroo called a joey is tiny, about the size of a lima bean. When they're born, they're blind, hairless, and completely dependent on their mother. The little joey crawls into the mother's pouch, where it continues to grow and develop for several months. Inside the pouch, it has everything it needs, from warmth to nourishment. Eventually, it pokes its head out to explore the world before taking its first hops. Nature's built-in baby carrier is pretty amazing. Number 31. Moths have an unusual digestive system. They don't have stomachs, Instead of using a traditional stomach to break down food, they absorb nutrients directly through their intestines. This allows them to process their meals quickly and efficiently, which is important since their primary goal is to find a mate and reproduce. Some moths don't even eat at all, surviving solely on the energy they stored during their caterpillar stage. Who knew these fluttering creatures had such a unique biology? Number 32. George Washington's dentures weren't made of wood, as the myth suggests, but of elephant ivory and walrus tusks. His dental issues were well documented, and he relied on these unusual materials to keep up appearances. The dentures were uncomfortable and stained easily, requiring frequent maintenance. Despite their challenges, Washington persevered, leading a nation while dealing with some serious dental discomfort. Imagine giving speeches with a set of tusk-filled teeth. Not exactly the most comfortable situation for the first president. Number 33. Reindeer milk is richer and fattier than cow's milk, perfect for life in the Arctic. With a fat content of around 22%, it provides essential energy for reindeer calves to survive the harsh conditions. The high fat content helps insulate their bodies and keep them warm in freezing temperatures. If humans tried drinking it, they'd find it thick and creamy, more like heavy cream than regular milk. It's the perfect fuel for these winter-ready creatures. Number 34. Goats and sheep are seasonal breeders, meaning they only mate during specific times of the year. This ensures that their offspring are born during seasons when food is plentiful and weather conditions are ideal. For most breeds, mating season happens in the fall, so the babies, called kids and lambs, arrive in the spring. Farmers take advantage of this natural cycle to plan their herds and maximize productivity. It's all part of nature's clever way of ensuring survival. Number 35. An elephant's sense of smell is truly extraordinary. They can detect water from up to 3 miles away. With their highly sensitive trunks, packed with millions of olfactory receptors, they can sniff out underground water sources and even distant lakes. This incredible ability helps them survive in arid environments where water can be scarce. Their trunks aren't just for smelling. They also use them to drink, spray water, and even show affection. Elephants really are nature's multitaskers. Number 36. Deer might look like they'd happily munch on hay, but they actually can't digest it properly. Unlike cows, their digestive systems are designed for fresh, leafy vegetation, like twigs, leaves, and grass. When given hay, especially dry or coarse varieties, they struggle to extract enough nutrients from it. This is why feeding wild deer hay in the winter isn't the best idea. Nature knows what's best for them, and their diet is fine-tuned to their environment. Number 37. A skunk has a famous defense mechanism, but did you know it won't bite and spray at the same time? Skunks prefer to avoid confrontation, giving plenty of warning before they unleash their smelly weapon. They stomp their feet, hiss, and raise their tails to let potential threats know they mean business. If they do spray, they'll conserve their stink for emergencies. The spray is incredibly strong and can be smelled from miles away, making skunks the ultimate defense experts. Number 38. The fear of animals is called zoophobia, and it can range from mild discomfort to extreme anxiety. People with zoophobia might experience rapid heartbeat, sweating, and panic at the mere sight or thought of animals. This phobia can be triggered by specific animals, like dogs or snakes, or by all animals in general. Fortunately, therapy and exposure techniques can help individuals overcome their fears. After all, animals are an important part of our world, and most are harmless. Number 39. Humans have a surprising genetic connection to slugs. We share 70% of our DNA with them. Despite our obvious differences, slugs and humans have many of the same basic biological processes, such as cell division and energy production. This genetic similarity is a reminder that all life on Earth shares a common ancestry. Next time you see a slug in your garden, remember that you're more closely related to it than you might think. Number 40. Despite popular belief, the color red doesn't actually make bulls angry. Bulls are colorblind to red and green, meaning they don't see red capes the way humans do. What really makes them charge is the movement of the cape, not the color itself. Matadors use this knowledge to provoke the bull's instincts by waving the cape dramatically. So, next time you hear that red enrages bulls, remember, It's all about the motion, not the color. Number 41. A group of unicorns isn't just magical. It's called a blessing. The name perfectly captures the mystical and enchanting nature of these legendary creatures. Unicorns have long been symbols of purity, magic, and good fortune in folklore, making blessing a fitting term for their collective presence. Whether in fairy tales or modern fantasy, unicorns continue to inspire wonder and joy. Who wouldn't want to stumble upon a blessing of unicorns in an enchanted forest? Number 42. The oldest recorded elephant lived an incredible 82 years, proving that these gentle giants have impressive lifespans. Elephants typically live between 50 and 70 years in the wild, but this particular one beat the odds and lived well beyond the average. Their long lifespans are filled with learning, social bonding, and even passing down knowledge through generations. With their strong family ties and incredible memories, it's no wonder elephants are among the most respected animals in the world. Number 43. Monkeys are everywhere. There are an estimated 50 million of them around the world. From the rainforests of South America to the temples of Asia, these clever primates have adapted to a wide range of environments. Some species are social and live in large groups, while others prefer a solitary life. With their playful personalities and human-like behavior, it's no surprise that monkeys are some of the most fascinating animals to observe in the wild or in captivity. Number 44. Dogs are man's best friend, and with an estimated 400 million of them worldwide, it's clear they've won our hearts. From tiny chihuahuas to massive Great Danes, dogs have been our loyal companions for thousands of years. Whether they're herding livestock, assisting people with disabilities, or simply cuddling on the couch, dogs have earned their place in homes across the globe. Their incredible variety in breeds and personalities makes them truly special companions. Number 45. Long before cows became the go-to dairy animal, goats were the first animals used for milk by humans. They were domesticated around 10,000 years ago and provided early humans with a steady source of nutrition. Goat's milk is still widely consumed today, known for being easier to digest than cow's milk and packed with nutrients. Whether in cheese, yogurt, or just a cold glass of milk, goats have played an essential role in human history. Number 46. The United States has the highest dog population in the world, with millions of furry friends living in homes across the country. What's surprising is that France holds the second highest dog population. With their love for companionship and culture of pampering pets, the French have embraced dogs as part of their daily lives. Whether in bustling cities or peaceful countryside, dogs bring joy and loyalty to their human companions all over the world. Number 47. There are over 2,700 types of snakes in the world, and they can be found in almost every environment imaginable. From scorching deserts to lush forests, even oceans and lakes, snakes have adapted to thrive in diverse habitats. Some are venomous hunters, while others rely on stealth and constriction to catch their prey. With such a wide variety, it's no wonder snakes are one of the most successful and fascinating creatures on the planet. Number 48. Cows may all sound the same to us, but did you know they actually have different accents depending on where they're from? Much like humans, cows develop their own regional moo based on their surroundings and social groups. Farmers have even noticed subtle differences in the way cows from different areas communicate. Whether it's a countryside drawl or an urban twang, these bovine buddies have their own unique way of expressing themselves to one another. Number 49. The male goat goes by a few names. You can call him a buck or a billy. Bucks are known for their strong, distinctive odor, which they use to attract female goats, called does. Billy goats, on the other hand, often refer to older, more experienced males in a herd. Whatever you call them, male goats are known for their playful antics, stubborn personalities, and impressive headbutting skills. They're natural climbers and adventurers, always exploring their surroundings. Number 50. Ferrets might seem hyperactive when awake, but they actually sleep for around 20 hours a day. These adorable, mischievous creatures conserve their energy by snoozing most of the time and using their short bursts of wakefulness to explore and play. Known for their playful and curious nature, ferrets love to burrow, hide, and chase things when they're not curled up in a cozy nap. Despite their long sleep cycles, they make fun and lively pets when they're awake.